All right, I have a little bit of time, so I want to talk a bit about rainbow capitalism. So typically online, rainbow capitalism or pink capitalism is seen as a bad thing. But right now in 2025, we're seeing the effects of what happens when rainbow and pink capitalism are not as prevalent as they have been over the last 10 years. We're seeing prides in some smaller communities around the country being hit very hard by lack of funding. And a lot of that is due to these larger corporations or these businesses that don't want to donate or fund pride in some of these more rural areas. So things like pride parades and events where they would have singers and bands and entertainers come through to be a part of the event, they can't do that. So we're seeing more of like a grassroots level sort of pride event. For better or worse, that's what it's going to be this year. We'll see where it goes next year and beyond, but that's what it's going to be this year. Now, I don't personally have a problem with this because I've been attending pride events since the 90s, and back then, pride events were literally grassroots funded. They weren't funded by large corporations. And I've also been critical of rainbow capitalism, but you kind of know the beast you're dealing with. You understand that rainbow capitalism exists and it has a purpose, and you can choose to engage in it or not. That's entirely up to you. But it's really sad seeing communities that kind of rely on rainbow capitalism to help fund their pride events get hit by this kind of stuff. So my advice to you in the Pride of 2025 is to go out and support the grassroots, smaller pride events in your area if they are not backed or funded by some sort of larger corporation or business. I know a lot of people don't want to admit it, but sometimes capitalism in this regard is a good thing, where places, that don't get a lot of pride merchandise or don't have a lot of shops and stores and places for people to go to get information about the queer community in general would look to places like Target and Walmart and shops they can go to that are larger in scale that do have pride merchandise available for them. That's one of the bigger blowbacks to this. We're going to talk about Target and how they've been sort of sketchy recently as we go through this month. So if you want to hear more content like this and hear me talk about this in a deeper dive, subscribe to my channel and let's keep talking about this.